Everyone remembers the day when Makeda, the fabled Queen of Sheba, set foot upon the shores of the ancient Kingdom of Aksum. It was the 10th century BCE, yet her tale still echoes through the corridors of history, capturing imaginations long after her reign. However, what transpired during the years from 1500 to 1700 encapsulates the struggles and glory of a land steeped in rich history, revealing a monumental saga involving a once mighty trade empire facing an encroaching tide of colonization and cultural transformation. By the early 1500s, the Kingdom of Aksum, located in present-day Ethiopia and Eritrea, was at a critical juncture. Its golden age was a fading memory, with its influence waning under the pressures of foreign powers. The Portuguese, fresh from their own age of exploration, set their sights on the land. They wanted to control trade routes crucial for their spice and slave trades, and they saw Aksum as both a prize and a strategic stronghold in the bustling Indian Ocean. Tension reached its height in 1520 when Jesuit missionaries arrived, seeking to spread Christianity. While they preached peace and goodwill, their actions were often perceived as intrusive, threatening the indigenous beliefs that had tied communities together for centuries. The locals resisted the foreign faith not merely for religious reasons, but out of a deep-seated desire to protect their identity and autonomy. In 1542, the Portuguese found a leader willing to collaborate, Emperor Menas, who sought to leverage their support against traditional rivals. This alliance, however, was a double-edged sword. As Portuguese influence grew, so did unrest. Many noble factions within Aksum viewed Menas's alliance with the Europeans as betrayal, igniting a civil war. The armies of Aksum clashed in fierce battles, echoing with the cries of those who sought to uphold their nation's sovereignty. In the throes of conflict, another formidable leader emerged, Imam Ahmad ibn Ibrahim al-Ghazi, also known as Ahmad Gran, the left-handed. His army, donned in vibrant red and gold, began a campaign against not only the Portuguese allies, but also the very fabric of the Aksumite culture. In a bid for control, Ahmad Gran invaded Aksumese territories, wielding a banner that symbolized both destruction and hope for the oppressed. The Battle of 1542 at Lake Tana was fierce. Native armies clashed with Portuguese soldiers, who were initially seen as protectors, but soon became feared oppressors. Menas's forces faltered against Ahmad's relentless advance, revealing the contradictions of colonial alliances. The rivers ran red with blood, marking a time when alliances dissolved and loyalties shifted like sand. By 1543, after years of conflict, the tides turned when a Portuguese fleet, led by the heroic Cristóvão da Gama, landed at the shores of the embattled kingdom. They managed to rally the remnants of the imperial forces to withstand Ahmad Gran's siege. As they fought together, a new atmosphere of bravery arose amidst the smoke of war, a resistance against the impending shadow of colonization. Yet the Portuguese victory was not a herald of stability, but a foreboding chapter for both the Aksumites and the Ethiopian populace. In the aftermath, the nation faced a harsh reality. Their traditions were under siege, and their independence teetered precariously. The conflict laid the groundwork for a greater shift, the intertwining of Ethiopian and Portuguese futures through trade, forced conversions, and cultural exchanges. As the late 1600s approached, the legacy of Makeda and the strength of Aksum still held an enduring power, inspiring dreams of a united Ethiopia under its ancient banner. Despite the tumultuous period marked by war and colonization, the enduring spirit of the Ethiopian people laid the foundations for resilience. They would break the chains imposed by foreign powers, ultimately emerging as a symbol of defiance against colonization. In the end, the story of Makeda does not merely echo through history as a queen of the past, but as a beacon for generations who would restore pride in their heritage, propelling the narrative of Aksum into a modern frame where the reverberations of her legacy will always remind us of the strength found in resilience and the determination to protect one's identity.